Hello my beautiful sunflowers, welcome back to the channel for a brand new current household update. It has been so long since I've done an update on my current household, the Livingstons. A lot has changed since the last video I did, which was probably like 7 months ago, maybe more, I'm not sure, but so this video I'm just going to kind of go through everybody and tell you what's new and exciting, what's been happening with this family. I literally love this family so much. I've been playing them. It's going to be coming up on a year now. And I am indeed on the 3rd generation. And you will hear more about that later on once I get to it. So as you can see, Miss Allie and Sawyer are gray. They're not quite elders. Well, they're still adults. It seems like they're pretty early in their adult stage, but I'd like to say they're like 50s, pushing 60. So they're graying, they're starting to get some wrinkles, you know, but they are still just as in love as the first day they met. These two are like couple goals, like they're so cute, and Sawyer honestly rocks the silver fox look. Like he just looks so good. So yeah, they're graying. They're still working, not retired yet. Still at the top of their career. And Allie still does own her restaurant, the Metropolitan Steakhouse. It is currently 4 stars. She wants to get it to a 5-star review. That's what she wants really badly. So they're doing very well with that. Her and Sawyer both take turns kind of going to the restaurant and running things. Allie still works on her garden and does all the cooking for the family and is really into cooking still. So yeah, things have been really good for them. Let me see. Her and Lydia are still very close. They see each other a lot. She sees Lydia's kids a lot. Yeah, they're as close as ever. So yeah, they're doing well. So yeah, they've been doing very well. Their relationship is very strong. They're as much as in love as they always have been. Nothing has changed. So yeah, that's about all with these two. Not much has changed with these two. But the kids, a lot has happened. So first of all, Mason, he's currently at school right now, but Mason is kind of, when he was younger, was like, I referred to him as like the black sheep of the family. But yeah, that is still kind of remained true. What are his traits right now? He's an introvert, jealous, and he's creatively talented, and he has the friend of the animals aspiration. He loves animals. He's still very shy and kind of going through like a rebellious phase. He's different from the rest of his family. This is his room. When he was younger, he was very into void critters, but he kept some of his old posters and his trading cards, but his room's just kind of bland. He's not, you know, very into decorating or anything like that. He's just very quiet and reserved. Yeah, he's just kind of trying to rebel against the family, I guess you could say. He got some gauges in his ears and a septum piercing. When he gets home, I can show you him. I probably should, like, you know, wait for them to get home to like talk about them, but whatever. And he did convince his parents to let him get a dog. And this is his dog Ronan. I'm actually gonna have her go out and she doesn't have to. Does she have to go to the bathroom? I think she has to go potty. But yeah, this is Ronan, his dog. She is a Siberian Husky. She's an adult. And she is taking a big old dump in the middle of the yard, but she's a very good dog, very loyal. What is this? He's using his phone up. Yep, this goes right along with what I was saying about Mason being rebellious. He was looking at his phone to look up answers during a quiz today. And Sawyer, I think Sawyer he's kind of had it with Mason at this point. I think he's going to tell them to just fail him. So yeah. So Mason's like character values, let me look. He is currently almost in the range to have uncontrolled emotions. Yeah, and his empathy is in the red a little bit. He is still very responsible, has good manners, and decent conflict resolution, but his emotional control is very lacking. Oh, what is this now? Mason spies some money. I think he is going to. Mason would definitely save it for safekeeping. So, and he got 20 bucks out of it, so... but yeah, he's been a little bit rebellious, but he has a soft spot for animals. He loves animals so much. So yeah, Ronan has been a very good thing for him. I think they're companions already. They have a very high relationship, and he has been teaching her tricks and stuff, and I think going into the veterinary career might be in the cards for him just because he loves animals so much. So yeah. That is all about Mason. We're going to talk about Sage next. She is currently very embarrassed because she's having a massive breakout. Oh, poor Sage. Sage is very girly. She is very girly. She's quite popular in school. And her main thing that she's been focusing on is she loves to roller skate and ice skate, and she actually competes in roller skating and ice skating, and she is very, very skilled at it. So her traits, she's active, popular, and she's gregarious. She's going through a distant phase right now. She hates bad personalities and loves family-oriented sims. She's physically talented, and she is very responsible, has very good emotional control. Her manners are pretty good, and the only thing that's kind of in the red is her conflict resolution, but overall she's a very well-rounded kid. So yeah, she's been focusing on her skating lately, and she actually has herself a boyfriend right now, Corbin Connors. They started dating probably like maybe 4 months ago or so. They've gone to homecoming together. They've gone on dates together. Yeah, she really likes him, and he's like complete and polar opposite of her. He's kind of like more shy, more reserved. He's not popular in school, just because he's so quiet and doesn't really, you know, he keeps to himself, doesn't really like anybody to know his business and that kind of thing. So yeah, they've been dating for a while, and she really likes him, and she's also very, very close with Olivia Kim Lewis still. Yeah, her and Corbin and Olivia hang out all the time. They go bowling. Yeah, they go out and do things all the time. And Olivia actually had a baby, Peyton, which she gave up for adoption because she was not ready in the slightest to have a baby. She had the baby with Joaquin, and you can see her, Joaquin and Sage they're in the red with the relationship because Sage was very, very disgusted with him and how that whole situation went down. So Olivia and him aren't in contact or anything. They don't speak, and Peyton is being cared for by a loving family now. So I think that's all with Sage, and she is currently a C student, and Mason is also a C student. So I think that's everything for the kiddos here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and jump into the other households, and I will see you guys when I'm there. Alright guys, so we are now in Brindleton Bay, and we are actually in Seth Livingston's household. As you can see, he is not here at the moment, but this is his wife, Elisa. He ended up marrying his high school sweetheart, Elisa, and they now have a adorable son, Alexander, together. Elisa is a archaeologist right now. She made a trip into Salvadorada, I don't know why I said it like that. She made a trip out there and got a bunch of artifacts, and she sold them to actually make a very, very decent chunk of change. And now she gets artifacts mailed to her that she authenticates in her little shed over here and mails back, and she makes a very decent chunk of change. I never knew that was a thing, that like you can technically be an archaeologist from home, and then I just like gave her the self-employed archaeologist title. So she makes all of her money from home. So she is very successful in that. I'm just going to go over her traits really quick. She's self-assured, loves the outdoors, and she is a cat lover. As you can see, she has 2 cats right now, Kelly and Bubbles, and they were both strays, actually. She has a very soft spot for stray cats. Like, if she sees any strays on the street, she wants to take them in, like, so badly, like, so badly. She feels so bad, especially when it's winter and they're out there freezing and shivering, and just, it breaks her heart. So there was a time where Seth would come home from work and she would have a new cat, but he has, you know, learned to accept it. He was never, well, he's used to cats because when he was younger, you know, they had the 2 cats, Pepper and Spatula, if you guys remember, but he did grow up with cats, so he doesn't have a problem with the cats. But ultimately it makes Elisa happy, so it makes him happy. So they had a little son together, Alexander, and he is now a toddler. He recently aged up into a toddler, and he is, let me see here, he is a charmer. He's just a little sweetheart. He loves his mommy so much. All he wants to do is, like, watch her and hug her and love on her. He loves her so much. So he's a little sweetheart, and he is the first grandchild of Allie and Sawyer, and they love him to absolute pieces. He is honestly such a cute toddler. Like, he's probably one of the cutest toddlers that I've ever had in game. Like, he is sorry, that was Elisa's crotch. He is, I'm trying to get a good little up close of him, but he's just so cute, like, so precious. Like, I've been obsessed with him ever since he aged up. Like, he is just he loves to read so far, I've noticed that, and he likes to talk to the cats and kind of imitate them, and it's just so cute. He's just, oh, such a little nugget. I love him so much. Oh, look at him. He's imitating. Oh, it's so cute. So, now for the big question that you guys are probably wondering, where is Seth? Seth, when he moved out, was originally in the tech guru career, but then decided to switch career paths and enlist in the military. So he is currently deployed right now. He's in the Strangerville base right now, and he has been for probably like 8 months now. He should be coming home relatively soon, but when he left, Elisa literally, Alexander was just a baby, and she literally had no idea how she was going to make it without him. But, you know, she is a strong woman. She's very, you know, independent, and she made it work. She, you know, has her career from home, so that made it easier. She won't have to, like, pay for childcare because she's always home to watch Alexander, and she can just work from home. Yeah, originally she wasn't sure if she wanted to have kids, but now that she has Alexander and they've grown so close because Seth's been gone, she wants to have another child. But yeah, Seth should be home in like another month or so, so it's going to be so crazy for Alexander to get to interact with his father, actually, because, you know, babies in The Sims 4 are terrible, and they're basically not even like Sims, they're like objects, basically, which is terrible to say, but so Seth will actually get to interact with his son. It'll be so amazing. I can't wait. So Seth is very high in his career. I think he's like a no, maybe not a grand marshal quite yet. He's like level 8 of the military career. He's very high up. He's very well respected, and yeah, he's definitely bulked up too in muscle for sure. So that is where Seth is. Him and Elisa kind of left on iffy terms. They kind of got in a fight right before he left because she was like, I really don't want you to go. I don't know how I'll be able to do it without you. Please don't go. And he's like, well, obviously I have to. It's my job. I have to go. So they kind of left on iffy terms, but she has been completely fine. She has been surviving and thriving, and Alexander's doing great. And Seth obviously wouldn't be texting her and inviting her over because he's, you know, on a military base. But yes, things in this house have been doing just fine. Elisa is a great mother. She didn't know if she was cut out for it, but she definitely is. So that's what's going on with this household. And Elisa actually made a very good friend, Sophie Jordan. This is a sim I created like a long time ago, and I loved her, so I put her in this save file. And her and Elisa just kind of hit it off. And she actually has a young son that's almost exactly Alexander's age, named Corey. So they've been kind of having play dates together and having movie nights and stuff. So it's good for Elisa to have a friend to be able to talk to who knows what she's going through. Sophie is a single mother, so she knows what it's like to have to kind of raise a child on your own, even though Elisa isn't on her own because she has Seth, but he's just not here right now, but he will be soon. So that's what's going on. I can't believe our little Seth is grown up so quick. He has his own little family starting, and just, oh my goodness, it's so cute to think that these two were high school sweethearts. Here they are right here at homecoming, and just, they look so young. Like, oh my goodness, it's crazy how much they've grown. So that is what's new with them. So now I'm going to hop over into Ashton's house and give you guys the update with what's going on with him, and I will see you there. Alright, you guys, we are in Del Sol Valley with Ashton Livingston, and I love Ashton so much. Ever since he was little, he's just had this soft spot in my heart. Like, he's just such a vibrant character. I love him so much. I knew he was destined to do big things in his life, and he is definitely not letting me down. So Ashton is an open mic singer in the entertainer career right now, and he is also a rising star. He is getting a lot of attention as of lately because he has released, I think, like 4 or 5 songs he's written on guitar, and he makes a decent amount of royalties from that. So yeah, he has mastered the guitar and the singing skill. He has an amazing voice. He's an amazing, talented guitar player. It's just crazy to see how far he's come. I knew he was going to do something big for himself. So yeah, in his traits, he is cheerful, he's a music lover, and he is a vegetarian. He is also irresponsible. Yeah, he gets very uncomfortable when he goes to work. He kind of gets the urge to ignore his bills from time to time. So he is he is irresponsible. He's kind of more like a go with the flow kind of guy. He doesn't really, like to plan things out and have to worry about stuff like that. He just likes to go with the flow and live in the moment. And so far it's been working out good for him. He has a decent amount saved up. He hasn't gotten his power shut off yet, so that's good. And this is the house he's living in. It's just kind of a basic house, not too crazy. He's going to probably renovate it and put things more his style in here. He is more of like, I imagine him having more of like a boho style. Like this, I feel like this bed is his aesthetic, like hardcore. And then his famous koi painting, I love this. This is definitely his favorite. So that's what he's been up to. Yes, like I said, he is a rising star. He's been getting a lot of attention lately from the media, and then on his aspiration, he literally is almost done. He just needs to mentor somebody else in music for 3 hours, and he'll master this and get the Piper trait. So as for friendships, he really hates Olivia for some reason. I really don't remember why he does. I honestly don't know. But he has a next door neighbor, and this is her, Reagan Oliveira. She's an entertainer as well. She really wants to be a singer. She actually was a former Brazilian model, but her dream, her whole life was to be a singer, and she kind of didn't really fit in with the modeling career too much either because she is a curvy girl, and you know how modeling is. They want you to be like stick thin, basically no fat on you at all. So she's like, you know what, screw it. I don't want to do this anyway. And then she moved to Del Sol and began her career as a singer. And her and Ashton have been kind of hitting it off a little bit. I think he definitely has like a major crush on her. So she actually lives right across the street in this house right here. He went over to welcome her when he saw her moving in. And he's always had a thing for like dark-haired girls with like darker complexions. Like that's always been his thing. Like for the longest time, I put Clementine Foreman. Shout out to my girl Urban Sims. I put Clementine in this save, and for the longest time, Ashton, she would come to like every single thing, like talent showcase Ashton did. And for the longest time, I thought he had a thing for her, and I think he still does, but she is quite a bit older than him, so I don't think that would have worked out. And the funny thing is, if you follow Urban Sims and her Foreman's LP, you know Clementine and her husband Malik had 2 twin girls, Lyric and Melody. And the funny thing is, I didn't plan this out at all. Clementine in this save, without any input from me, had 2 twin boys. And I don't remember their names, but she has 2 twin boys, so I think that's really, really cool. So... but yeah, he really hasn't met anybody else. He doesn't know any celebrities quite yet, but he already is not a huge fan of Thorn Bailey, like in the slightest. He is not a fan of Thorn, so I don't know if they're gonna like be like rivals or something, because you know Thorn's a singer slash musician too, but I feel like, you know, Ashton's much more like genuine and authentic than Thorn is. So yeah, that is what's going on with Ashton. It's so crazy. This whole family has gone in completely different directions and different worlds even. They've moved to different worlds. They didn't stay in the little town of Windenburg. Some of them, like Seth and Elisa, moved to another small town, Brentleton Bay, but Ashton has always been one for, you know, the city life. So he moved to Del Sol. He frequently goes to San Myshuno for like festivals and stuff, and he plays there as well to, you know, get his name out there. And yeah, he loves the city life. So whereas Seth and Elisa are more like your typical family, where they want, you know, the quiet town life to raise their kids in. And then Sage, I'm not sure what she'll do. She's kind of like a mix of Ashton and Seth, I'd say, where she would love the city life, but I feel like she would also love to have her own family and live the family life like how she was raised. And Mason, honestly, I'm clueless on that kid. I really am. I have no idea where he's gonna end up in life, but I'm very, very curious to see where he does. So yeah, that is the update on my current household, the Livingstons. A lot is going on in their lives. I am invested in every single one of them. I love them so, so much. I've already been playing them almost a year, and I'm planning to be continuing to play them for years to come. I want to keep playing them. I keep seeing people on Twitter or wherever talk about how many generations that they've gotten in some of their current households, like how many generations they've actually played out. And I've seen some people that say they've done like 15 or something like that, and I want to make it to that with the Livingstons because I love them so much. And any other time I've attempted to play like generation style families, I got bored like before I even got to generation 2 and like didn't want to play anymore. But this is the first time like I've been actually invested in a family like so much. So yeah, I will definitely be giving you guys updates on this family, and I'll try to not go as long the next time because so much has changed since the last time I posted an update. Like all the kids are basically adults and moved out and started their own lives at this point, so I'm going to try to update sooner next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.